Dancing in the
club
scene.
All for Earl. So here we got Kaheem. All right, we start with Kaheem over here. So now Kaheem, for those who don't know, of course y'all see him do a little something later on tonight. This is definitely one of the influences for a lot of major people that all you guys know in the house scene. These three people you see in front of us is before those cats that you know. I don't want to mention no names, but there's people you know. These guys are before them. These are some of the major influences. So, Kaheem, tell me when you got started.
I got started.
There was a girl.
When and how?
There was a girl. When and how? How? I guess I got started. If all you guys remember the door. Wow. The door was like an after-school center. And I used to go to school, and a friend of mine worked there. And this friend of mine introduced me to Rob. And Rob brought me to the garage, Paradise Garage. I went there, I got in there. It was definitely.
When was that around, in the garage?
The garage, I went to the garage in the late 80s. I said 87 maybe? 87, 86.
Had to be because I think it closed.
It closed in 87, yeah, late.
No, it was in the bid at. I wasn't like spending mad years in the garage. I did maybe a good 6 months there or something like that.
Right.
But he brought me there, and I was. At this time, you either like let me see, I don't know, Van Halen or New Edition. There was no middle music. I didn't understand house. I didn't know nothing about it. So when I got into the music, already threw me back. Then I seen people just doing that, straight gay, mostly gay people, but you see dudes all on each other. I was like, what's going on here? Anyway, I'm there. I'm dancing with a girl, grinding on her, rubbing, feeling great. She walks away, thank you.
That was the theme of the change.
And then she goes kissing on some girl, so I'm like, great. What's going on here? I was about, 87? How old could I have been? 15, 16? 87.
Like 17, yeah, 37
nah,
now, right?
You're older than that.
I'm 38.
Oh, see, he's old. He's probably 18, 19.
No.
Yeah, 87.
85, he was 17, 18. Yeah, it had to be like 18.
Yeah, because 87.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, 87. I was 16.
No, actually, 14, 15, I was roller skating. Before this, I was doing USA.
Skates?
So let's not talk about roller skating.
USA Skates, that's where we started our whole.
All right, that was the beginning before that.
You see what started happening, right? Okay.
But actually, that is true. Before that, I was just going to roller skating. I couldn't really go to no real party. I mean, I wasn't.
That was the real party.
But now, so now, I go to the garage, and then I'm like, yo, that was a bugged out place. Fuck that. So, but during the week, I call my man again, Rob. I go, yo, when you going back to that spot again? Yeah, I want to go. I don't know what it was, but it was something new and different. I went. So I just kept going. Then it turned into a routine where I would go to the tunnel. The world opened up after the garage closed, I think. But the tunnel, Love Light opened after the tunnel. It must have been the tunnel.
No, it was Baseline. It was Baseline before the tunnel.
Baseline tunnel was open right towards the end of this. The garage closed. But anyway, I would go there. I would go to those regular parties and then shoot over there. And you know who I ran into in there? Voodoo Ray. That was the first cat out of all the ones that we were seeing. I mean, besides Sean and the cats that I was hanging with, you know, Michael and April and Cheryl or whatever. But he was someone that I didn't really know. But I saw him in another environment. I used to see him at 1018. He was part of some group called IOU Dancers or whatever, doing the flamenco. I had a little clique of friends. Me, Mike, at the time. Me, Mike, Tim, Al, Cheryl, April. Can't even think of more. Me and Eric became dance partners later on, a little bit later, but at this time, I was working. Right, let me slow it down. So this little crew that I would hang out with, we would go dancing, and it was kind of like, it was more just for fun, you know. We just would like goof on each other and practice. It was like we were dancing, but at the same time practicing, trying out new shit, playing, and especially, I mean, amongst ourselves, amongst the fellas, and even with the girls, like it was something where you could dance with a woman, like really dance with a woman, like link with her. And without grinding, but at the same time not battling her either. You not confronting her, but kind of flowing with her. So it was fun. It was all fun and games. A lot of times we would go outside of that environment. When I say outside of the environment, like that time they had baseline. This is after the garage closed. Immediately they had baseline. They had Love Light. They had Tracks. Those are the clubs that we were going to. Then a little later, the World opened. The World was kind of, to me, the club that started merging the two scenes, like the commercial scene and the house scene. That was like a place where you could get a little bit of both cooking. I saw Liz Torres perform there. I saw a lot of those older acts from that era perform in that club. So we were doing that and doing that and doing that. And then Nels came about, and we were doing Nels, and the clubs just kept coming up. Red Zone, Kilimanjaro's. I wasn't even around for Kilimanjaro's, but that was another spot. And Sound Factory. Yeah. Sound Factory. So then they had what later on, I think.
Skip over Baseline.
Baseline was a band. Yeah, I said a Wild Pitch Parties.
Love Light.
Love Light. So anyway, we were just doing that, and there was no real money in it. There was no jobs behind it. It was just fun. It was something to do. And another thing we did besides the dancing and playing around was we always tried to create our own little style, fashion-wise. A little dress, dress a little differently, try to be a little different. Outside of the environment that we were being, it was strange to other people. They would look at you like you're crazy on the train, or they might laugh, or whatever, tease you, oh, them niggas is gay.
Go back to the hood, yeah.
Or whatever it is. But in the environment we hung out with, it was very fun. We had no dough. It was always open bar to go to. There was always plenty of women that loved us anyway, with no dough. I can't even imagine now like how it transformed to what it is now. But anyway.
Yeah, I wonder how they stayed.
So that's how I got into it. Anyway, I got into the dance through Rob. I went to the garage. From the garage, it kind of enveloped into this club opening and that club, and I started getting introduced. This is like when Junior Vasquez was DJing Soulful House. Now he's on another planet. I don't know what he's playing. And there's all these, like Timmy Regisford wasn't as big as he is now. I mean, all these DJs that are really doing it now. Or even Dave Morales was a good DJ at that time for that scene. Now he's also on the electronic side. Frankie Knuckles, he used to DJ. He's another one that DJed at the World. So all of that just started evolving. It was kind of like something that no one planned or prepared for. We just were doing it. We would go. After the clubs, we would go to Washington Square Park.
Then you should stay up until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
And stay there all day gigging. Half the time blasted out of our gizzards. So